Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, January 31st. Welcome to the final trading day of January. A lot of big earnings this week, kind of wrapping up those really big names. We have Google, things like that. So a lot of big names kind of wrapping up this week. Look at this futures chart. So it's pretty impressive. We had, to end the week where we did, we actually put in a little bit higher of a low on Friday, and we actually put in a higher high. And that's something we kind of watch from a technical chart, the chart reading side of things. So, but we still are below that 200 moving average right now. So that, that's still something we have to kind of think about, that we need to get back above that and start making that trend toward the top side. But if we pop over here and look at the SPY, you can see if we close right at the highs on the SPY, again, right below that 200, but putting in an engulfing candle actually instead of the little bit higher of a low. So a little bit different of a picture, but still an impressive rally to end the week here, and one to definitely be be mindful of. We built that up on higher volume. We didn't move all the way up on a lower volume. You can see that we actually built in some volume there on Friday as well. So what does that mean for the week forward? I have no clue. I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear. Nonetheless, it is true. The Fed really kind of throwing us for a little bit of a loop here, trying to figure out when that first interest rate is going to come. Now it's thinking maybe in June because of all the struggling with inflation, and it's just a mess. So really all we can do is look at the chart, follow the price action, because analysts can talk all day. I can talk all day about what I think is going to happen, and really at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what the price action does. So pay very close attention to that, and don't be swayed by your own emotions or feelings about a chart or about what you think should happen, because the market does not care what any of us think. All right, so anyway, moving along here, we can't not talk about Apple here this morning. They came in, they had amazing earnings. They have an incredible amount of cash on hand. They are still seeing growth. And for all of the people who come in and all the analysts that say, well, the iPhone's just kind of well, but everybody wants it. So, just kind of deal with it. Those of us who love Apple, we love Apple regardless. And that's kind of what we're dealing with here. So, and Apple, they've been very smart. They got ahead of the tech names. They got the chip shortage. They were very proactive. So other companies, kind of doing the same thing. But we'll wait and see what some of those other companies throw up for numbers. A lot of these names, whether it be financial or tech, they've actually done pretty well. And I don't know. I think the street's kind of expecting more than what might be possible in a lot of these. Okay, but on Apple, take a good look at this chart. We closed above the 50 and the 20. Watch this downward trend line. We're looking for a move up above that. I like this as a long today. Maybe more as a day trade until it closes over that trend line, but I'm watching the 318-170 call, so look for me to take a play on that. Now, I would like it over the high, which would be 170.35, or an opening range break. So it kind of depends on where we open. This morning, our futures are a little bit mixed here going into the open. The overnight action globally has also been mixed, and Europe's a bit mixed. So we've just kind of been a little all over the map. Not a lot of conviction either way. We are looking to open red though on the Dow. You can see that right here. We're going to open red on the Dow. The Dow and the SPY, and then the NASDAQ was green a few minutes ago. Okay, so that's Apple. Another one that we've been talking about on and off, investor, activist interest in this. I thought, honestly, Friday, I actually thought this was going to continue down into the gap because there's so much here to retrace to around that 56.50, and yet we came right in, pushed up. Like the look of this holding the gap. So as long as we hold the gap, close over, or move over the high there from Friday or an opening range break. I like this Again, probably more as a day trade unless we close up on the highs, the 318.50s in this one. And, oh, MS. Although, well, let's just take a look at MA while we're here. This one's pulling back a little bit here this morning, and so is Visa. I think these are setting up for nice day trades. What I would love to see is a candle to stay in or close to the top of this to then give us a little launch pad moving forward. I like that in both of these. I like these off of opening range breaks. But if this doesn't set up today, keep it on your watch for tomorrow. You can see here that we put in a triple top here on MasterCard, so keep an eye on those. And I would stay very close to at the money. And again, just a day trade today and let it set up for the swing tomorrow. But I was trying to type in MS here, Morgan Stanley, one of the bank names. There's a lot of bank names out there that are really chopping around with the lack of conviction with the Fed. But I like the look of this here to move up above the high on Friday. And then we are going to clear out some resistance, lots of room there. And with interest rates going up, those banks, of course, will benefit from that. So I like Morgan Stanley. I like the 100, the March 100. So like I said, a lot of other names to kind of take a look at, day trade names. Tesla coming right back up over that 200 was a nice one to watch. Netflix, I know we haven't talked about Netflix a ton previously, and then all of a sudden it started to get a little interesting at the end of the week and holding up above this point of control. All kinds of room up into this gap. So I like Netflix for a day trade. And I would take a look at Google, right? We have their earnings coming up, and look at this. We cleared out just a little bit, closed just above what I think would have been, that would have made it about a double or a triple top rather, but we cleared up some of this candle. A little bit of room here to the 200, so keep an eye on Google as well. All right, and finally, with the infrastructure coming back at the forefront, there was a bridge collapse in Pennsylvania on last week, and that kind of brought the discussion about infrastructure back. So take a look at the infrastructure names. U.S. Steel after earnings, so we don't have to worry about that. But look at that nice little hook kind of forming there. I like new personally is below the 200. We're now past earnings, but looking to make again a nice little hook here, moving back up toward the 200. So keep an eye on all of those. All right, if you have any questions, reach out. Heather C at GivingTreeTrading.com. Have a marvelous Monday.